Hi friends, today what we're going to do is another book report, but this time I'm using a new book. The book I chose today is Letters from Catbug. But before we even start our book report, we should go over what a book report should have. A book report should have the title, the author, the characters in the story, what happens in the story, and finally, your opinion, or in this case, my opinion. First, let's start with the beginning. The beginning, I have to talk about the title, the author, and characters. So I have to talk about the title. So Letters from Catbug. So I can say Letters from Catbug. Catbug was written by, so I have my title was written by, let's see, my author. My author is Jason James Johnson. Jason James Johnson. All right, I did my title, check. I did my author, check. And next I have to do my characters. My character in this story was, so the main character in the story was Catbug. So now I did my title, Letters from Catbug, author, Jason James Johnson, and the characters. The main character was Catbug. You can also say list all of the other characters. This story was mostly about Catbug and didn't really talk about anybody else, so that's why I chose Catbug. Middle. What happens in the story? Now I like to think about exactly what happens. So what happens in the story is Catbug writes letters to all his friends and objects. He even wrote one to the morning time. Now, in my middle, what happens in the story? Catbug writes letters to all of his friends and objects. He even wrote one to the morning time. Next is my end, which is my opinion. Did I like the book? Did I not like the book? If I did like it, why? Maybe if I didn't like it, why as well? But I personally really liked the book. I liked this story because it was very funny and it reminded me of our letter writing unit. I would recommend everyone to read it. You don't have to add this part, I would recommend everyone to read it, but I think it's important that we let people know. Now I'm going to make my screen a little bit bigger. So I have Letters from Catbug was written by Jason James Johnson. The main character in the story was Catbug. Catbug writes letters to all of his friends and objects. He even wrote one to the morning time. I liked this story because it was very funny and it reminded me of our letter writing unit. I would recommend everyone to read it. Now this is great, but I forgot to underline my title. So what I did was I highlighted what I wanted to underline, and I'm going up here to press the underline button. Now my title is underlined. Now I know it's my title because it is underlined. Good luck, friends. I cannot wait to read all of your